How's everybody feeling, man? One red day. Y'all all panicking yet? Oh God, what do we do? Or are you sitting over here like me and going, ha, look, all right, cool. So chart's still like pull back and it's not all just straight up. Fine, okay, good, we got it. Cool. So kind of expected a little bit of a pullback here. Nice. So what's your mood? What's your mood, y'all? How y'all doing? Look, the last few days has been a boondoggle for me, and I've absolutely been living my best life over here on cruise control mode, taking profits. Hey yo, it's wonderful taking profits.
Pause.
I love it, dude. Watching Doge run up before everything else, charting Doge as we did it before it ever happened. Ah, that's lovely to me. I have imperial objective evidence to show anyone who's that stupid who thinks it's all because of the news. Folks, and we were ahead of that. We were ahead of that. We have all the data to show them step by step by step. Super tickled about that shit. Same thing with Bitcoin. If you go back and look in the main chat in the pinned messages section, all right, main chat pinned messages section. There's a video there. It's like the third post down. This little video explains exactly what's happening right now. Timeline's a little different, but the same thing. All right. Super glad we recorded that and pinned that message so it would stay there. I also pinned multiple maps of multiple different charts in different sections: Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin. Historical charts are in the pinned messages of those threads. You guys all just need to go there and look at them. I'm not going to do it for you, and I'm not going to force you to go look because it's up to you to put some onus on yourself to be a little bit forward and go find this stuff instead of being a wimp and just hoping somebody hands it to you. You're here for a reason. You're here because you realize it's not going to be easy and you wanted to be prepared for the assholes like me who will absolutely rip you off down the road. All right. So I'm here to prepare you for that. We're going to talk a little meaner, a little harder on all these live streams. We'll have fun. We will. Going to have a ball. I'm also going to be a little harder on you if you're not listening and paying attention because we've proven these methods to work. It's not subjective any longer. It's objective. All right. This is objective fact. These things work. So buckle up, folks. Y'all are here because y'all were trying to be more prepared and you didn't want it the easy way. You wanted it the right way. Well, now you're getting it. And guess what? We're getting on the move here. Let's start with Bitcoin. Thank you all for being here, by the way. So what looked to be a horrible day at 8 o'clock this morning is back to green. I warned y'all, this is what the bull market's like. Here's the side by side by side, 2016, 2020, and now, let me drop the camera. There you go. 2016 left, 2020 right, currently center. As you see, the next logical stopping point on the way up here, since we've already blown through 85, already blown through 80, already blown through 78, is a higher time frame target. Whenever your little low time frame targets get blown through, everybody, that's a dead giveaway that the high time frame moves are dictating what's going on. You're missing it because you're looking too low. And that may be you looking on daily and looking too low. So maybe you should zoom out to the weekly and have a gander and see what that looks like. Oh, hey, looky there. An amazing looking weekly chart that's on a rip. Where's it going to stop next? Well, the high time frame says somewhere in here around 100,000. It depends. I get 103, 101 on different charts. If that isn't it, then the first stopping point will be 90. All right, so 90 first is what I realistically expect because I don't expect us to just snap our fingers and it go instantly to the level I want. I'm trying to be a little more logical about this and realize that in linear mode, 90,000 is an important fib line here. That's the 1414 in linear mode. The 1618 is up near 100,000. All right. In log mode, as you see, we haven't even got to the 1272 yet or the 1414. They're all the way starting down here at about 100,000. I got two different indicators of 100,000 there. And I really only have one indicator of 90,000, which is in linear mode on a breakout fib. So I don't have a ton of confluence there. I have more confluence that will probably keep going in the coming weeks. I just built you a consensus-based review of what I said. It wasn't just a subjective bullcrap. That was me going through the steps to figure out which one's going to happen and which one won't. I've invested interest in this. Obviously, I want everything to go up, but I can't make it happen. So all I can do is talk about it. The good news is it's going. As you see, it looks damn near identical to the last two. See the red boxes that says same time this year, blah, 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 right? Perfect. Doing its thing. Let it ride. I'm going to continue to leave it alone so long as this little chart called Bitcoin Dominance keeps dick punching everything. Look at this. What am I supposed to say? I told you is the only thing I can say. I said, don't sleep on Bitcoin. It is not done. Until that yellow line fails, it is not done. Legit, for all you people who actually show up and watch the live streams, how many times did I say until that yellow line fails, Bitcoin Dominance is still in charge. Bitcoin's still the king. No alt season until the yellow line fails south. This has been on here for months. Months. And here it is finally happening. For all the haters, dude, I'm over it. I'm beyond it. You get nothing but middle fingers from me from now on. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince a bunch of people what we're doing works. We have the evidence. You can kiss my whole ass. We've proven this works. And I'm not the only one to do that. There's 1,000 other people before me. Okay? It's clear point. It's a clear point of objectivity. This works. I'm here for it, and I'm going to continue to chart it. And that's all there is to it. Till this dominance fails, no alt season. In fact, depending on how things go in the near future, we could see this thing actually break through the 71 fib up here. That's all the way up at 61.1%. That would be almost identical to what happened last time. It did throw wicks, if you remember, back in 2020. And I'll show you that real fast. Let me zoom in on the right spot. Sorry. Shuffle it around. Yeah. There we go. You see on the daily, it did throw a couple days worth of candles up real quick like that. That was right around the end of the year, New Year's. See that? It's like January 2nd. It threw a couple shots up. I'm curious, does this happen at the 71 level or does it happen up at the 786 level this time? Being that all the ETF money came in, et cetera, does that have a mathematical effect on the supply and demand? Well, one could argue it could. So I lie and wait. As long as it's above the yellow line, I don't care. As long as it keeps ripping, I'm fine. I do think that by the end of the year, that dominance tops out. I think that's the top out point, wherever that is the what a price wise is fine. Dollar wise, I think it tops out around the end of the year and takes a break. All right, it just makes sense. It's done that every cycle before. That doesn't mean it's done going up completely. I mean, just hey, let's have a breather after sprinting. All right, let's have a breather and then we can sprint some more. But we gotta get some water or whatever. Right around New Year's, I do expect that. Okay, till then. Let her eat, let her rip, tater chip. So, couple more, and then we'll get into what everyone requested. Here's total side by side by side. Drop the camera off once more. On the left, you see total market cap in general, including Bitcoin, is right about 3 trillion. We hit 2.98, I believe. It depends on the exchange. Some say 2.99. If you look in the middle, this is total 2, which is everything minus Bitcoin. As you see, a far cry from hitting all-time high. 1.7 trillion is actually the all-time high on total 2. And right now it's only at about 1.1 trillion. So $600 billion behind Bitcoin. I'm not sure how much money is in the ETFs grand total at the moment. But I don't know if it'll be around 600 billion. So anyway, you see that everything else is behind. Furthermore, total 3, ever so slightly behind total 2, which tells us that Ethereum has lost a lot of its grip, but is still number 2. All right. The question is, will total 2 take over before total 3? Meaning Ethereum is the big difference between that and total 3. It's a good question that someone else asked me recently about Solana. Well, what if Solana gets up there and threatens, right? Because Solana dominance is getting up there. As a matter of fact, let's have a look at that. Here's Solana dominance. I mean, look at this chart. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Look at that rip. Problem. It's 3% of the market. 3%. Video chat isn't available for more than 25 users. Yeah, it's a common problem. That's why I tell everybody to get in here early and be prepared. I can't change it for more than 25. I know it says in the settings that I can. Problem is I can't. If I turn the camera on, 25 people, and that's it. It sucks. I keep fighting that with Discord, but there's no workaround. That's why he said, I'll leave unimpressed with no beard. Cheese is ruthless, dude. Anyway, that's only 3% of the market. And this whole thing's recording. Let everyone know it's recording, as always. Let everyone know it's recording, as always. And thank you, Cheese. So 3% is only a far fraction of what Ethereum is, which is still, even though it's down, 13% of the market. I'm sorry, but I like Solana going up as much as the next guy. It's only 3%. And Binance Coin, roughly the same, 3%. Both of them together still aren't half of what Ethereum is, to put Ethereum into perspective. So it did bounce off support. Ethereum dominance did bounce off support. I think there's some upside here. We need to just give it a little bit more time. And let's get into what everyone requested. Shall we? And we shall. All right. Situate my chair. First one is PRO. I don't remember who asked for what. I just remember what was requested. PRO. That's on Coinbase. Proppy. We've talked about this one before. So looks like it's a clean breakout of trend. It looks to be making a very nice cup and handle on my first impressions. Yeah. That looks like a very nice cup and handle. Daily, you got a big breakout candle, and now it started to roll back, fighting the 200. You're going to get a very good buy right here because I think likely most of the bottom is in on this one. It may go sideways a bit because of such abrupt move that it made, but it won't go sideways for too long. The moving averages are starting to curl up. If I could get an entrance anywhere on that AEMA about 120 something, I wouldn't hate that entrance at all because that's a fair enter. It moved very rapidly. You missed the buy signal on this big candle by about 4 hours. If you missed that green candle, that's all you had, about 4 hour period to get that one done. And that's why we can't look at all of them. That part sucks. But the good news is I think there's an entry here for more gains. I think it's probably only begun. And right now it's not currently a sale, but I would probably get the best buy I could, wait for an AEMA touch, which is usually pretty likely after a heavy failure like you're seeing right now. But it's not a sale. Already did that. Quant. All right, Quant. Piece of shit. So yeah, this one's been a real pain in my butt. I bought Quant. It went up and went right back down. I thought, what the heck? How about I recently updated the portfolio, right? I told everyone, screwed that up. I had Quant set on MEXC to sell. It jumped my order. Didn't fill it all the way. It's my fault for not checking it. I thought I had it right. I had a lot of orders set. And I thought they all filled. And I was wrong. So I had Quant, sold that Quant, bought something else. I gave up on Quant because this thing continues to make lows instead of highs while everything else prints. If that's the case, why am I even bothering, right? The gains are good back to Sniper's Alley, about 300%, but I don't know if we get much more than that from Quant. I'm not sure what happens from here. It's been so disappointing. It is over the 821. It's fighting the 50 and the 100. If you're going to buy it, this is risky, but it's worth a shot. And if I were to buy it, that's where I would buy it at, would be now. And if I were to set a stop loss, it would be at 53.90. And I would never buy it again after that. AKT. Because I'm only willing to take a chance on something one time. And if it doesn't work, I usually back off and walk away and go, nope, didn't work. Next. And I think that's probably kind of human nature. AKT, a cash. Big move here after crossing the 821 EMA and the 5100. Boy, this is some beautiful TA. Look at this thing hopscotch these moving averages one at a time and then finally jump and bounce. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Hitting the 200. If this closes over the 200, that would be fantabulous. If it doesn't, then it's probably going to pull back to that 8 EMA like I just saw on that other one. Two options. Both of them are good. Both of them are good. This is not a sale. It would be a watch very closely for the best entry possible while it's flirting with the 200, but it's not a sale. Roku. I don't have that one. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, over the moving averages very nicely. Running into a bit of resistance right here and fading it. Sitting on the 50 isn't bad. Clouds there, yet there isn't much more down left in this one. Whatever down's left in, it's going to get gobbled up pretty good. You also have your last tits move happening right there. I like this chart. NXRA. And I don't know what any of these is. People often ask me, oh, Keith, did you know what you were looking at before? No, I don't look these up. I specifically do it this way so you get my honest answer, my honest review. Bouncing the 100 moving average on NXRA here, Nexera, however you say it. Bouncing the 100 moving average is pretty darn good. Target 200 at 07. It hasn't, or it did break the downtrend. All right, so that's good. Broken downtrend over the 50. Yeah, it's not a sell at all. I like this chart. NXRA. Coin. So you don't really have to think about it too much. You get your system and you go. You got your system, go. That's it. Done. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? There's no point in arguing with yourself. It either is or it isn't. It's very simple. So coin's going to be a good example. You are jumping the 821 here, but you're still under the 50. So this is going to be a no-go for me because I got plenty of other ones that are already over the 50 that don't have to sit here and play tiddlywinks with it, waiting on it. All right. I got other stuff to buy that would be making more money currently. Now, that being said, it's pretty close to being good to go, being over the 821 EMA, but I would like the 50. On top of that, the 100's in the way. On top of that, the 200's in the way. So the gains are kind of capped here based on what other ones may do in the same time period. If I'm going to take a chance on this, it's going to be a small chance because I don't have much great technicals here for myself. Still downtrend, still under the 50, still under everything except the 821 EMA. So be very careful. It hasn't broken trend. If it does, that would change my opinion greatly. I would say almost on this one, but not quite. I need more proof. I need proof. Jackal. All right. Osmosis. Jackal. Been looking at this one. Thought about buying it. Didn't. Got a chance to buy it today. What should I do? Should I sell more? Should I sell more Doge? No, I'm not going to do that. I've already sold what I'm going to sell, and the rest is getting held till it's done running. So I'll try to get to the ones you guys are requesting. Just give me a minute. I'll try to get, I got this one plus one more. Jackal bounced the 200 and the 50, got a golden cross incoming over the 821 EMA. Very nice. It's over the 50 fib angling for the 618. Very nice. Weekly, it's under the 50 on the weekly. I don't like that. I wish it would break it, but that's not bad. It's just more neutral than good. I don't hate this. I like the upside, especially when this breaks out to get to at least 72 to 75 cents, which is at least a 3x. And there's likely this thing has more in it because I believe the market cap is fairly low on it. So I really don't hate this chart at all. I think there's good gains in it, and it may not come today, but it will move. It's definitely not a sale. This is a really good setup, sitting on top of these moving averages and waiting. It may take a bit, right? It might pending for a minute, but that's a good setup. That's a good setup. This is the signs I want to see on top of moving averages. Es muy bueno. Aurora. Current positions. Bitcoin's about to flip 1%, while alts are getting dick punched. This is what we're talking about, folks. Alts are susceptible. It's just the way it is. Aurora, direct 100% rejection of the 200 moving average. Not quite yet, sister. She tried. She didn't make it. It needs a little bit more work. It is over the 821 still, barely, and over the 5100. It might consolidate here for a little bit, but I do think it's going to make a flag and break. It'll break with everything else, I think. It did really, really aggressive breaks last time, and I could tell by how passively it was doing it this time that it wasn't quite ready yet. That's why I reduced my position, and I'll leave it here for the time being on this one. I do think it's going to crack. Just needs a little bit more time, and I like to leave it until the end of the year at least, and perhaps a little longer than that, depending. Write that down. I write down what I'm saying too. That way I remember it better. My XRP is finally green. There's a first time for everything. Terry with the W. First time for it being green.
Bruh.
God damn. Come on, bro. All right, let's back up a little bit. Look at some of these. Boom. Yeah, this one someone shared in the Discord. This one popped up. Book of Memes. Jumped up over the 200 right here. What do you think of meme coins, folks? That's the question. And is this worth a shot to you? You already seen Book of Memes shoot all the way up to roughly 2 cents. Is it worth you to take another chance on it getting up to that previous level? Because there's an argument to be made that meme coins are going to do great things. That's 100% gain back up to the all-time high here. That tells you how far off this thing fell with market cap, but it's held firm and jumped the moving averages. If you're going to take a chance in this, you're taking a chance that meme coins are going to do well. I would probably argue with you that they are going to do well. I would also argue with you that it is very, very, very sketchy to be holding meme coins. I would urge everyone, please, for the love of all that is holy, get your initial money out. If you get your initial money out, then you're riding scot-free. If you do not, then you are gambling. I don't want you to gamble anymore, okay? I want you to get to a position where you're playing with house money. Sound good? Good. But I do like this setup. Sitting on top of these moving averages is just fine. It may take a bit to get moving, but it will go. Tramp. Got me on here looking at straight memes. No, this is a no for me. It looks like everything bad that I don't want to see. It's under everything. I would say hard no on this one. Filecoin. Yep, looked at this one recently, but today it has pulled it back some, put it back into a little bit of reality check. Getting rejected by that 200 there on Filecoin. See that? The red line said, you no pass go. You no collect $200. So we wait a little bit here on this one. I think it's going to break. It just needs a little bit more time. Once it gets up a little bit more, I'm able to actually cut bait on it and run. I'm in Filecoin and waiting to get out so that I can get my profits to another venture. My upper bracket, my added profits over here as a profit dump. It's a bad idea. That's up at 520. So I got another 25% up or so before I'm able to sell out half or more of Filecoin. And I'll find something else to buy. There's plenty of stuff out there. I don't think Filecoin does the X's that I want. Therefore, I'm going to reduce my position greatly in it and find something else. Learned this lesson last time about buying stuff that was taking too long to go, and then it never went. So I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to try to get out of the stuff that doesn't do too well and get in the stuff that's going to be very, very much more trendy. Can we look at Klaus? All right, under the 820, under the 21 still, but it is over the 8. I like that. Needs a little bit more time here to be a confirm, but you have 1 out of 3. You would like to see it over the 21, and then you would like to see the 821 cross happen. Not bad. It's close, not quite there. I'll write that down. All right. I said probably should dip. I sold its ass 6.5% profit. Bro, you made profits though. That's pretty good, dude. Now that Trump is in and some of these platforms be in jurisdiction in the United States, perhaps. LCX, this looks horrible, dude. Yep, still a no, still the falling knife. You got an 821 cross. I would be very careful with what I entered here, and I would have a very tight stop loss because we're still under everything except the 821 EMA. So because of that, it's a no wait for me on this one. Close, but no wait. OXO. OXO to the 200. I like this improvement. Getting rejected at the moment, and it may fade back to the 8 here, back to 15 cents. But that wouldn't be a bad thing. That's just gathering more buyers to make another push at the 200 moving average. If it wants to go clean through the 200 right now, I'm cool with that too. This chart is not a no. This chart is I would buy in pieces if I absolutely had to start buying now, I would buy in pieces. I would buy 30% or something and then wait for a retrace and buy the rest. So I got the price as low as I could without having to overstretch the weight. I get in some and then buy in the rest after I see my retest. That makes sense. This is OXO. All right. My portfolio is up 60% since getting out of XRP. Bro, exactly. Everyone waited so long for one moment, and that's this moment, and it's still in resistance. XRP is still hitting resistance. Look, I'm as hopeful as the next guy, but putting all your eggs in one basket only guarantees that you break all your eggs at once. All right, so probably not the best idea. Maybe we should spread this out and make this a little bit of a cornucopia. But that's really hard to convince people to do. And I've kind of stopped trying to convince people. It's not going to work. All I can do is offer you a place where we all have a common interest, make as much money as we can, a place where we can say what we want without being kicked out, less being overboard and too much. A place where we can all make as much money as we can together. That's what we have. So I don't really care about that other stuff, straight up. If it's not got money in it and it can't make us much, well, then why am I worried about hurrying up and buying it? It doesn't make good common sense. Checked. Let's just think. Hold on, let me get my pen back out. CHEQ, right? Yep, got it. All right, so same story as the others. You're flirting with the 200. Haven't quite broken it yet. This is just gathering more buyers to take another push. This will make another push for the 200 moving average. Anywhere from here lower that you wanted to try to DCA is up to you. But again, I like these to back test some of these moving averages. It's about 3 cent flat. That comes back to 3 cent flat. That's probably not bad. I like to look at this chart. It's not a sale either. It's not perfect, but it's not a sale either. There's going to be a lot that look like this. You see the improvement and going over these from 1 week to the next, right? From 1 week to the next, they're not good enough. Or from 1 week to the next, they're close. And then a week later, all of a sudden, they're not no's anymore. They're not necessarily, oh my God, let me throw a bunch of money into them. But they're not no. So you're seeing improvement. This is what I meant by when the bull run starts, you better get a hold of it. You better start early and work your way up. Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind. I'm not sitting on a bunch of stables over here, folks. I'm sorry. Not going to happen. I'm not sitting in stables. I'm sitting over here on coins, and I'm going to continue to take profits and put stuff into or out of where I see fit. Recently did that with Dogecoin again last night. Anything else that I find that I might need to take profits on, I'll scrape it if I can and put it into something else that I think will make more money. It's all about making as much money as I can. At the end of the day, aside from y'all, that's all I care about. I want to see y'all make money with me, but first is me, honestly, right? So same thing for you. First is you for you, right? So protect yourself, get your profits, make your moves stick to your plan. I talked about this yesterday. 4 rules. Okay. No emotions. Have a plan, which helps out with that. Have a backup plan just in case your shit gets fucked up. Take your profits because, by God, take your profits. Because if you don't, someone will take them from you. All right. So I'd rather you have them than the other person have them. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I like 2:30 streams or 2 o'clock streams. It's nice. It helps out the European people be able to come in and hang out too. Shout out to everyone who's been posting charts. Ray's in here. Shout out to Ray. look, there's some really smart people in here, and I want y'all to pay attention to them smart people. It ain't about me, man. I'm just a guy. All right. It takes a lot of smart people who are wanting to get to the same goal to accomplish great things, and we're going to accomplish great things. So buckle up. All right, buckle up. We've got a hell of a ride coming up. I want everybody to be on top of the ball. Tell your people, tell your friends, tell your family. Get on social media, share this shit around, man. This is time. I don't know what else to tell y'all, bro. Y'all need to get the hype the fuck up. I'm up to my ears in hype right now. This is as hype as I get. Okay. The only other hype you'll see me get is when you start seeing my portfolio go exponential. You know, I hit that 200 mark the other day again. Yeah, I said that openly. I don't give a fuck. I hit that 200K mark again the other day. Bro, immediately anxiety hit me. I'm like, yo, it's happening again. That's going to go up to 600, 800, a million soon. I'll be emotional when that happens, and I'll try my best not to, and I'm going to need everybody else to help talk me off the cliff when we get there, okay? Just like I'm going to help y'all get off the cliff, I want y'all to help me get off the cliff, all right? Shit messes with my head, okay? So I will not be able to sleep in a lot of the coming months. Thank you, Ray. It's just the opposite for me. I won't be able to sleep, but I'll be able to sleep more than I have. I've had a rough time sleeping lately, and things have actually started to improve on that front a little bit since charts came back up. And I think everybody's kind of feeling that pressure come off their shoulders. So from me to y'all, appreciate y'all being here. Share this shit out. Thank y'all all. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all back in the Discord. Stay good. I'm out. Peace.